Hi friends, in this video we learn about theory of sampling. In the previous video we learn about what are the research, what is research process and what is sampling theory. Now here in this video we will discuss about theory of sampling. Why sampling is so important in any research. In figure 1 you see population and in between sample. It means sample is a representation or sample is a part of the population. Why sampling is important? Because in any research a lot of data, so we need small data for the study, because larger data then take a large time, large high cost and so many things, so we do sampling and done sample. Here population, in by sampling we choose a sample and then interference to about the population. Why sampling is important and what are the population and what are sample? Population is a set which includes all measurements of interest to the researcher. It means if you collect all the measurement and count of your interest, that is called population, and sample is the subset of the population. Why sampling is so important? Because it gives information about the large population in a less cost, less field time, more accuracy, that can do a better job for data collection. Data collection is faster and it difficult to study the whole population, so we do sampling. In the case of sample, since the data set is smaller, it is possible to ensure homogeneity and to improve the accuracy of the quality of data. Now we see the important statistical terms. First of all, target population. Why do you want to generalize to? Because a large population, it is a theoretically population which you do study to investigate what type of result do you want. Then you want to make a sampling unit. Sampling unit is the smallest unit from which sample can be selected. Why? Because you want to assess the information about the population, to study the population. Then you make a sampling frame. By the sampling frame, first of all, what is sampling frame? So sampling frame is the list of sampling units from which sample is drawn, that is fix the population in which we are actually sampling. And this sampling frame is to ensure the sample, which type of sample do you want, and then sampling schedules and method of the selection of the sampling unit by the sample frame to collect your sample. In this figure you shown, first one is the collection sampling frame to know biodiversity, or it may also known the which type of plants to come. In second one you measures the growth of the plant, and in third measurement of the flow of the river. Parameter and static. What is parameter? Parameter is any quantitative measures which seems to characterize a population. A parameter is the number that describes the population. It fixed but unknown. For example, the population mean is a parameter because it is fixed. Population mean is a fixed of any population, any parameter, but we don't know what are the mean. It may be collected, it may be calculated what is the mean of that population, so it is known as parameter. Parameter means it is fixed but unknown and is described about the population, what are the quantity and what are the characterization. Static. Static means quantitative measurement, which seems to characterize a sample. It describes the number of the sample known after we take a sample. Change from sample to sample. It change from sample to sample used to estimate an unknown parameter. It also used to estimate unknown parameter. For example, the mean of the data from sample is used to give an information about overall mean in the population from which that sample was drawn. What is sampling frame error? If you see every and each reaction and process have some of the error are comes because of the uh, because of so many precision and accuracy are not done, then error comes. Just like here, sampling frame error that occurs when certain sample elements are not listed, are available, and are not represented in the sampling frame. Sampling frame error, it is one of the errors associated with the sampling process. It may be defined as the variations between the population defined by the researchers and the populations as implied by the sampling frame. This occurs because of sampling frame is perfect and due to imperfection in the sampling frame. This variation may come in the selection of the sampling elements. For example, we are interested to know the potential customers of the telephone. Here, the telephone directory used to generate a list of telephone number does not accurately represent the population of potential customer due to unlisted number, disconnections, and number that are not included in the directory. Features of the sampling distribution. Sampling distribution will be approximate a normal curve even if the population you started with does not looks normal. Sampling distribution serves as a bridge between the sample and the population, like mean of the sample. Mean of the sample, distribute the mean equals to the mean of the population. Mu x bar is equal to mu. Second one is standard deviation error. Standard error. Standard error of the mean is approximate error of the amount by which sample mean deviate from the population mean. Third property, sample size and standard deviation. Both are interrelated. If the sample size is larger, then the standard deviation is smaller. As n increases, the standard deviation of the mean increases. For example, here population standard deviation is 100 for n, and here is a three type of n. First one is n is equal to 10, second one is n is 100, third is n is equal to 1000. In first, for n is equal to 10, then error is n x is equal to n by root n, then the value is 31.62. For second, 10, third, n is if n is 1000, then the value is 3.1. Now you see that here if the sample size increases, the standard errors could reduced, because n increases, the standard size of the deviation of the mean is decreases. Now we classified the sampling methods. Sampling methods are of two types. First one is probability sampling, second is non-probability sampling. Probability sampling, it is systematic, it may be stratified, it may be clusters, it may be simple random, and non-probability, it may be convenience, snowball, judgment, and quota. In this classification, we see that sampling methods are mostly of two types and each have four types. But when we study these sample have also a sub classification based on their used. So all the things about the probability sampling and non-probability sampling are seen in a next video. Now if you like my video, then subscribe my channel for the upcoming videos. Thank you.